In the first 3 months of this year, the central banks of the world bought 244 tons of gold. Not stocks, not treasuries, not the dollar they print. Gold, the asset they've spent their entire life telling you not to own. China has now added gold 18 months in a row. Poland just bought 31 tons in a single quarter. They are buying into the highest gold price in recorded history, and they are not slowing down. So here's the question that should keep you up tonight. If gold is a relic, if it's barbarous, useless, dividendless rock, the financial press has called, say, the last 40 years, then why are the people who run the global monetary system the biggest buyers on earth? And why did no one mention it to you? The saver who did everything right, held cash and treasuries for 40 years because that's what the system told you was safe. Now stay with me on this. I'm going to show you who built that narrative, why the sovereigns are ignoring it, and 4 specific moves you can make before this week is out to close the gap between what they own and what you own. I'm Eric with Summit Metals. We do the work institutions do for themselves in a way people like you and me can actually use. And before we go further, I want you to grab one thing. I put every number behind today's video into a free PDF brief, the allocation math, the buying template, and this week's levels. It's the first link below this video. Download it now so you can follow along and act on it very soon. Now, let's name the villain, because it isn't a person, it's a narrative. And it's been remarkably profitable for the people who repeat it. In 1924, John Maynard Keyes called the gold standard a barbarous relic. And for the last 40 years, the Western financial press took that one phrase and built an entire cataclysm out of it. Gold pays no dividend. Gold pays no interest. Gold just sits there. A serious investor owns equities and bonds, 60-40, and leaves the shiny rock to gold bugs and survivalists. Now ask yourself a simple question. Who profits when you believe that? The asset management industry doesn't earn a fee on the gold coin in your safe. They earn fees on the funds, the bonds, the managed portfolios, the products that have to be administered, rebalanced, and reported on every quarter. Gold that you hold yourself is the one asset that pays them nothing. Of course, the industry that sells you everything else taught you to look down on it. Here's the part they left out of the sermon. While the financial press told you retail gold was a relic, the most sophisticated institutions on the planet, the central banks, were doing the exact opposite of what they told you. Every single year since 2022, central banks have bought more than 1,000 tons of gold. 2025 was the heaviest year yet, roughly 1,200 tons reported. They began this year, 2026, with another 244 tons in the first quarter, the fastest start in over a year and well above the 5-year average. The Bank of Poland, the Central Bank of Uzbekistan, the People's Bank of China, all net buyers. And China is who we really have to pay attention to. The PBOC has now reported 18 straight months of gold purchases, lifting its official stash to about 2,313 tons. But for an entire year before that streak, China reported buying nothing. While independent analysts tracked hundreds of tons moving through Shanghai, the reported number is the floor, not the ceiling. The true sovereign appetite is almost certainly higher than the headline. So this is the gap. They say relic, but they buy at record prices. They tell you to stay the course in paper. They themselves are rotating out of paper and into the one asset no government can print and no counterparty can default on, which is exactly why this is a gold and silver story. Let me tell you why sovereign buying matters in a way the price ticker just doesn't capture. When you and I buy gold, we shop the price. We wait for a dip. We're sensitive. A central bank is not. When a sovereign decides to move 1% of its reserves out of dollars and into gold, it buys through every price, up days, down days, record highs, because the decision isn't a trade. That buying is patient, it's enormous, and it does not sell on a 5% pullback. It takes physical metal off the market and locks it in a vault for a generation. That is a different kind of demand than anything retail or even the ETFs create. It shrinks the float, the actual physical metal available to everyone else, year after year. And here is the number that should reframe how you see your own portfolio. The world's central banks now hold, on average, around 20% of their reserves in gold. Some hold far more. They treat gold as a core reserve asset, right alongside the dollar and the euro. And the typical American household, studies put private gold ownership at roughly 1 to 2% of financial assets. And for most savers, it's flat zero. So the people who manage the dollar hold 20% in gold. The people who are told to trust the dollar hold almost none. That is the allocation gap, and it is the whole story. Now, let me be straight with you, because I'm a dealer, not a cheerleader. Short-term gold isn't a one-way street, and the price actually slipped under the handle this week as traders reacted to on-again, off-again peace headlines out of the Middle East. I price physical orders every day. I'm not going to tell you it can't correct, because we all know it can. But a correction driven by a news headline is just that, noise. The signal is a structural, multi-year, policy-level rotation by the institutions that can see the plumbing of the system from the inside. And in my time around this market, I've learned to watch what the biggest, best-informed buyers do with their own balance sheets, not what their press offices tell the public to do with theirs. The sovereigns are telling you something with 1,000 plus tons a year, every year, for 4 years running. They're telling you they want an asset that is no one else's liability. You are allowed to want the same thing. So here's what to do about it. 4 moves, and you can start each of them very quickly. Move 1, run a central bank allocation parity audit on yourself this weekend. Calculate one number. What percent of your total investable assets is actually in physical gold and silver? Add up your IRAs, your brokerage, your cash, then divide by the metal you truly own by the total. Most of you will land between 0 and 2% at max. A central bank averages 20%. You don't have to match them, but if your honest number is 0, you now know exactly how far you are from how the smart money is positioning. That number is your starting line. Now move 2. Start a fixed dollar cost averaging program into physical metal, and do not wait for a dip. The single most important lesson from the sovereigns is that they buy on a schedule through every price, much like the product we offer with Auto Invest at Summit Metals. Copy their behavior. Pick a fixed dollar amount or a fixed product you can sustain, monthly or quarterly, and a fixed date, and buy on that date no matter what the price is doing. Set it up this week so the first purchase lands before the end of next month. Waiting for the perfect entry is how savers have missed this entire move. And now number 3, confirm your metal is allocated and segregated, not a paper claim. If you hold gold through an ETF, a pooled account, or an unallocated bank program, you own a promise, not metal. And in a real squeeze, a promise is the last thing you want. This week, look at every gold position you have and call your custodian and ask the exact words. Is this allocated and segregated? If the answer is no, or if they stumble, that's your signal to move it into a vault that actually will hold your metal in your name, like we do here at Summit Metals. And now, number 4, audit what the press told you was gold exposure. Pull up your retirement statement and find anything labeled precious metals or commodities. 9 times out of 10, it's a mining stock fund or a futures product, paper that moves with the stock market and the very system you're trying to step outside of. That is not the same as owning the metal the central banks are hoarding. Know the difference before you tell yourself you're covered. Now, let me leave you with the contrast that started all of this. On one side of the table sit the central banks, the most informed financial actors alive, the ones who can read the system from the inside. For 4 straight years, they have been quietly trading their own paper for gold at any price and in record size. On the other side sits a generation of careful, responsible savers who did everything they were told, held the cash, bought the bonds, trusted the 60-40, and were never once told that the institutions giving the advice were doing the opposite with their own reserves. You don't have to stay on that side of the table. You don't need a $1 trillion balance sheet to make the same move. You just need to make it deliberately this week instead of waiting for permission that is never going to come from the people who profit when you wait. That is the work we do at Summit Metals. We take what institutions do for themselves and we make it something you can actually hold. If you want help running your allocation audit, setting up a steady buying program, or moving paper into allocated metal in your name, that's exactly the call my team takes every day. And before you click away, download that free brief linked below this video. It has your allocation parity worksheet, the dollar cost average template, and the exact questions to ask your custodian. Everything we covered today on one document that you can act on immediately. It's in the first link. Now, the sovereigns already cast their vote. The only question left is whether you cast yours or keep holding the thing they're quietly selling. Now, quick note before we wrap. This isn't investment, legal, or financial advice. Gold and silver prices move, sometimes hard, and past performance is no guarantee of anything. Talk to a qualified professional. Now, I want to thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate your comments and learn so much from them, as do others in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Eric with Summit Metals, and happy stacking.